Good afternoon, gentlemen. This is from Fair Law Practitioners, Atul Tyagi, Advocate. It's a little talk on very important aspect which you all are aware about, that is secularism. Gentlemen, on 5th August 2020, the Prime Minister of India had decided to fly to Ayodhya for Ram Janambhoomi Pujan. Many in our country proposed welcoming the event with diyas and lights at homes. To dismay, many started a favorite debate whether it will not be inappropriate for the country to play with the secular credentials as the Prime Minister had attended the ceremony. What is secularism? Is it clear to all of us at conceptual level, or we have decided to sacrifice rest of the years of life with colored knowledge? Well, the discussion point is that would celebration of Ram Janambhoomi as an event backed by a judicially pronouncement be tantamount to violation of secularism? The background points which we have to keep in mind while discussing this aspect of secularism is that secularism means away from religion or equidistant from religion. Secularism means separation of state from religion, or secularism means discard of religion by state. Secularism as word was not part of preamble of Indian Constitution. Our government and even courts away from religious ambit completely. Was there a necessity for the insertion of word secularism in 1976 during emergency period, the black period for the democracy of this country? Had the omission of this word turned India into a Hindu Rashtra from 1950 to 1976? Did 1.3 billion Indians not show their perpetual faith in the judiciary, particularly for this particular case related to Ram Janambhoomi? Does Queen of England, being the head of the Church of England, interfere with the established secularism of the UK? Is not Hindu context in itself secular and does not need to reinforce with a specific word secular and its objective? Gentlemen, let's think. Let's erect our wisdom antennae and demonstrate mental prowess to reach logic instead parroting what was inserted in our subconscious minds from the very beginning. Let me place some facts in grooves correctly. The word secular was deliberately not adopted in the preamble of Constitution by the efforts of two gentlemen, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. With the Muslim League swayed over her demand for separate motherland for Islam, you will appreciate that remaining in Bharat was under no compulsion to stitch misinterpreted secular fabric all around and jeopardize existence of pre-Bronze period civilization, having been marooned and tyrannized for last at least 1100 years. The luminaries in Constituent Assembly took Hindu culture as synthesized and woven on the concept of commitment to the Upanishadic ideal of Vasudeva Kutumbakam, hence never needed inserting a specific word that is secular. Indian ethos were essentially Hindu in character, but that ethos implied an ingrained respect for and tolerance of all faiths. This is in 1950 when the majority stood at 87% of population and the country got dissected primarily on the basis of religion. As the wheel moved on and the Congress formed government, came election in 1952, all electoral practices of winning over votes, affected leaders and myopic practices of wooing segments of population started off. Even in politics, seeking Muslim votes by appealing to the Imam of Jama Masjid was considered smart and timely, but appealing to Hindu was declared communal. Some acts which formed aberration. Exclusive focus on defense of minority rights, inability to speak against minority communalism with the same force as Hindu communalism, and a tendency to gloss over Congress inconsistencies and failures in upholding secular principles. The idea of an imminent revolt against Brahmanism, Bahujan unity as an antidote to majoritarianism, dependence on dominant OBC castes, or the assumption of Dalit Muslim combination. Vice President, MPs visited Hajj and were welcomed. PM Dr. Manmohan Singh visited Golden Temple. Parsis never claimed to any reservation nor any specific facilities. They were extended hands of protection in the beginning. Rest is history as unfolded. The community produced the best administrators, best corporate tycoons, and frontline generals. Political bigwigs have orchestrated and now cemented huge and steep breach between majority and single biggest minority in this country. India boasts of second largest Muslim community all over the world. Well, in the background of all facts and secularism as stands, there is a rising acceptance that the misuse of this word must come to an end. An individual, whatever he becomes, cannot divorce from the religion. The time has come that pseudo demonstration of conduct on this score be condemned. The time is ripe that application of fundamental rights in right earnest and use of benevolent conduct be proved at all platforms, and social, religious, political, moral preferences of all individuals be executed. Secularism in the Indian context would not mean the state remaining away from religion. Somebody wore a skull cap, somebody wore a pagri, and somebody wore ethnic outfit. But most conducted a drama of duplicity based on deceit and deception. The suppression of majority is not to be called and not to be deemed as secular. The suppression of majoritism is an invitation against humanity and destruction of social fabric. A historical event like Janam Bhoomi Pujan should have been celebrated all over the country without any remorse and without any feeling of non-secularism. The Prime Minister, having visited Ram Janambhoomi, should have been seen in a larger context and appreciated. So, gentlemen, I invite all of you to ponder over secularism and also dig out the deceitful acts of the people around to spread canard against the government, against certain parties, and against the people of India. My talk on various contemporary issues which have got legal ramifications, social ramifications shall continue on this channel, and I invite all of you to subscribe to the channel and to see it further and think about the contemporary issues in the same light. The idea is to enlighten the people with the thinking process as they deem right. Thank you.